Welcome in another video where we build together an open source task management MCP tool that can be hooked up to applications like Claude, Windsurf, Claude Desktop, and any other application that you think of that support basically MCP, with ability to as well manage your tasks and projects using UI. So you can either manage it using MCP agents, using MCP tools, or on the other hand, you can use like task boards and Kanban boards to move your tickets around. So you can create projects like we've got here, project flow, which basically is the project that is managing itself and creating its reflection of how we build basically project flows using project flows, and any other project. Now this is the test dynamic schema project that was created using Claude Code when we executed the previous ticket. But now we can clean it up, so I'm going to delete this project and we can edit that, because it looks like when we updated the project here, it kind of changed the name as well. So I'm going to just save that, so just project flows without all the unnecessary fuffle. I'm going to move that to completed. But in this video we will focus on trying to improve the template for the task creation, and there is two specific fields that we have that basically don't really need touching because they're working quite well. Then we've got nodes, and then we've got items. Now what I want to do is use a little bit of a Claude Desktop here to see, you know, how we can improve it. So let's have a look at what tool we can use first to list all the properties for tasks. So we've got list projects, we've got list templates, and we've got list properties. So list properties is probably the best one to start with. For template, so I know my template, right, I'm just gonna go close that off. Template for task is template 1, so I'm just going to say template ID 1. So now you can see we're using our tool, and it will list basically all that with the information that it has. Now these properties kind of work well enough, but I want to add some more properties, and one of the properties that I was thinking to add is code insights, basically to make sure that every time we create a task, the execution of the task is making sure that we fairly investigate the code and output the findings. So let's try using Claude Desktop to actually create that property. I'll do all that are and all need to be just used to list the files and describe the changes. So at this stage in this prompt, I don't really want any code snippets or examples. So we just want description of which files needs to be affected, what needs to be changed, but in descriptive way rather than actually having any code in there. So do not use code examples. Make sure you describe the files and the relationships and describe. I kind of repeat myself, but I want to make sure it kind of understand it. Describe the steps and adjustment needed. Can you add a property? I don't really want to have too complicated titles or anything like that. I'm just going to set context. Right, I leave it open-ended. Let's have a look what it will come up with. far so good. We're using our tool to create a property. So we've got investigation. Okay, so we've got it in the 5th place. We kind of don't really want to have it in the 5th place, so we can later change it. Don't need to change it here. We can go to our UI. Now if we go to templates, tasks, as you can okay. We can move it around. Do I want to move it above nodes? Well, it kind of depends, you know. The investigation might happen there. We don't really want the nodes to overlap the investigation. I think that's the first iteration. I think this is a reasonably good prompt. It's a basic prompt, but I hope that, you know, with time we can improve on that. Investigation, fine. So now we've got one of the blocks that I wanted to add. Now, a part of that, we want to have another block that will do the web search. So in that case, I'm going to say add property to research the as property to research or do the research, do in-depth research using available online tools. to find the best options to implement this task. Option for the implementation. For the implementation. Right. Online web tools. Right. So for that, we're creating another property. It actually improved so much on my simple simple prompt that it's, you know, amazing. Kind of don't really feel creative, but thanks to AI, I'm kind of having superpower. Although it's, you know, right. This is actually quite good. I think I can keep it as that, although all the prompts seem to be very, very simple. You know, they seem to work very well. There's always area for improvement. But let's actually refresh that, go to tasks again. We've got investigation, research. We haven't saved it, so I'm going to do basically this. Now I'm kind of in two minds. We've got research and we've got investigation. Which one should go first? Now, they both seem to be, you know, sometimes it depends on the task really, but because we've got one kind of order and we don't do them on the same time, kind of thinking I'm gonna go for now with research first, although sometimes it might be different. Never mind, let's leave it like that for now and save it this time. I'm just going to, I've saved it already, but yeah, so basically that's it. It was, you know, a reasonably short video, you know, how to use the project flows tools, I guess in that perspective, in Claude desktop to, you know, improve the product really, you know. Thank you for watching and see you the next time. Next video.